It is a beautiful morning around 9:45 here in western North Carolina. Not a cloud in the sky, and I want to say it's around probably 65 degrees. A little warm back here, but beautiful nonetheless. And I just came out here, grabbed my salad spinner. I was going to pick a quick salad, so I wanted to show you guys how things are growing since the last time I did a video. And so I'll start over here. I've planted arugula from seed in the leaf planter, and those are all up and growing great. Okay, and then I also have planted scallions on the top tier, but those are not up yet. And the way I like to plant things, if possible, is to put one type of herb or vegetable in one tier. Okay, so all on the top, and that one tier is all scallions. Because I have many different planters, I can do this. When I first had just one planter, I planted everything in different pockets and had to tag each pocket so I'd know what I planted. But now I just try to plant one thing in each tier, and that way it gets just one tag. I don't have to use up so many tags. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, you can use my code Rainbow Gardens to receive $10 off your order of $75 or more at GreenStalk. So I'll leave a link below the video if you'd like to check it out. Okay, and now these are potatoes, up and growing great. The last time you saw this planter, they were not up yet. Okay, so those are the Austrian crescent potatoes, and I'm growing those in the original planter. I like to have the deep pockets for the potatoes, and these are smaller potatoes, and I always think they kind of do better, I think, in the growing those vertically. All right, and then over here, the top two tiers are scallions. So they are all coming up now. Lots of scallions. I'll probably plant another vertical garden here, all in scallions, because I just love using those so much, and we're getting so many eggs right now. Scallions are just wonderful in eggs. The eggs are from my 3 hens. If you've missed that video, please check it out. Very easy. I get at least 18 eggs a week from my 3 laying hens. So they're not meat birds, they're not dual purpose breeds, they are laying hens. And so I'll leave a link for you guys if you wanted to check that out. But anyway, so this other tier here, I bought choy, and then I want to say this is more rapini or broccoli rabe. I have Chinese kale here. Okay, and then celeriac. I've planted some in my front raised beds as well. I'm kind of experimenting with that this year. So just to see how they do, I put celeriac over here. And then lettuce on the bottom tier. Okay, now lettuce. Beautiful lettuce. It's just doing so well. I did start these indoors, and they're just really taken off out here. The temperature is just perfect for growing lettuce. And I have red romaine growing, as you can see. I have this other is the French crisp. I have frisee. So a lot of wonderful things growing over here, and I wanted to show you something as well. I noticed I was tending to this planter, and a little bird has been flying in and out. So I got to looking, and sure enough, she's making a little nest right down in there. So I've got to be extra careful and not water her babies when she finally lays some eggs in there. Anyway, I've got to be just real careful with that one. So, and now I have fennel over here, and it's starting to bulb up down there at the bottom. I love fennel in soup. I like it roasted. I think I did even a fennel and celeriac roasted soup last year, or a couple of years ago, and it was wonderful. So many things you can do with fennel. I don't think enough people grow fennel, but it's wonderful. Spinach, kale, parsley, and let's see, I think this one's cauliflower. I'm going to try that over here this year. We'll see how it does. And then broccolini on the bottom. Okay, and then here's the Vego raised garden bed that I really enjoyed using. I showed you guys this in my last video, and I'm not using it as a planter just yet. I still might, but I've enjoyed using it so much as a little workstation / potting bench. I just have my soil over here, and if it rains, it just drains right through. Plus the soil spreads out, and I can have it almost sterilized by the UV light from the sun. So it's, you know, it helps mitigate any kind of disease problems by doing that. And then down here, this is just some projects I've been working on, up potting tomato plants. Basil, that's mammoth basil. It's got a ruffled leaf. I'm real excited to grow that this year. More tomatoes over here. And that's just a great place when I'm hardening off my seedlings, because it provides just enough shade, but they are starting to feel the new climate, the air temperature, that kind of thing, without getting the scorching sun right down on them. So this is about their second, last night was their second night spending the night out overnight. So they're like little teenagers or something. They spent the night out last night. Anyway, so over here are sweet potatoes. I potted all of those over the weekend. And a couple of new things I'm growing in there. Cowhorn okra, I think is the name of it, that someone sent me some seeds for that. And then someone sent me, a long time ago, gooseberry seeds. So I have 2 of those over there. So just something fun to grow every year, just something new. And then we have right here peppers that I'm using the GreenStalk seedling tray. And let me tell you, that has been the best thing this year. I'm so happy with it. This is the first time I've shown it on YouTube. I was just going to try it out first before I started promoting it, but I wish I had planted all my peppers in there. The cells are about 3 times the size of the cells I usually start seeds in, and so that takes up a little bit more space. But the plants have just really taken off because they like that extra space. So they're about 3 times the size of my other pepper seedlings that I started actually before I started these. So they just really have taken off because the cell is that much bigger. Okay, and they didn't have domes when they first started selling the seed trays, but now they do. So you can use those to help bring up your seeds. Okay, and my little tarragon plant over here just moved out. I think there's some amaranth in here. I think I have an extra sweet potato. Anything that I just couldn't bear to throw away, I threw it over here. Okay, and I have not planted out my dahlias yet. That's what I'm going to put in here. I'm just letting it dry out a little bit underneath the eave of the house because I don't want the soil to just be completely saturated. So I'll plant those probably after Mother's Day. I'll put those out here, my dahlias. So there you have it. And it's just beautiful out here. Loving the springtime temperatures and just really been enjoying everything. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And I'll also leave links to some of the things that I've shown you here in the video and ways you can get discounts. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a beautiful day.